Both players with the same cards. Both have a queen 10.
The first flop.
What do they call the thing in the middle here? What do they call those three cards?
Yeah, right in the camera.
Here's the first three.
Flop a 6-4 deuce. No help to either player. Action on Allen.
Quickly wraps the table. That means check.
The 21-year-old kid not afraid to bet, even though he hasn't hit the flop. He leads out and bets 100,000.
And he's going to make Allen go away. So just like that, the chip leader, Nick Schulman from Coral Springs, New York, takes his first pot here tonight.
Well, we see the power of betting once again, a no-limit hold'em. Both players had the same hand, yet the guy who led at the pot, the guy who did the betting, took it down. In this case, it's 21-year-old Nick Schulman.
And look at this young guy. I mean, he looks like he just came from his own bar mitzvah. Here he is going after $2 million. Just very impressive.
I can't even believe I'm at the final table and to be chip leader. You know, I always watched the World Poker Tour, but to actually be at the final table is just insane.
He is our monster chip leader. But Vince, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. We saw David Singer at Borgata come to the final table with a big chip lead, and he went out in 6th place.
Well, you're right about that. All right, back down the table. Astute businessman, Lyle Berman going out. Nick as well. Tony LaCastro with the pair of queens. The two skirts says all in.
Yep, he's gone all in against the blinds. Alan Cunningham with the ace high lays it down.
It's around to Bill Gaze's right now.
Alan's got about $1 million right now.
In the big blind.
It's a big commitment.
Bill's on the short stack, but he's going to be happy right now. He's looked down at 2 kings.
Yes, he does. He's got the 2 spoiled fat guys. And he says, of course I'm going to call.
Tony turns up 2 queens very proudly, but he is dominated by Bill Gaze's.
Big pair over big pair. What a nice place for Bill Gaze's out of Miami, Florida.
Well, it's just what you dream about when you're on the short stack, picking up a hand in a big blind when somebody's moved in on you.
But you know what? All in Tony. I'm a little surprised because he's got 1.9 million. This all-in thing, I think he's, you know, he's turning down a lot of action.
471.
Well, all the players have been calling him all-in Tony for a couple days now. That's the only play he makes. Maybe Tony feels like he's outclassed by these guys at the table. He's going to force them to play big pots. That's the correct strategy when you feel your opponents are better than you are at a table. Try to get in big pot situations and race with them if you can. Unfortunately, this is not a race.
Interesting play, and right now we have a battle, kings versus queens.
Bill has got to be loving his chances here to double up and get back in the hunt here.
Do it again. Bring it right out.
The flop, it's an ace-6-3. That is very good for Bill Gaze's.
Well, it would have been good for Alan Cunningham because he folded the ace high, but he couldn't stand the pressure that all-in Tony put on him. Laid the ace high down, and right now Bill Gaze is in great shape to double up here with the 2 kings.
Well, Bill walking away to the sideline, talking to a railbird, acting very casual.
Well, he knows all he's got to do is dodge a lady.
Here's the turn. That's also good for Bill. It's an 8 of diamonds.
So we are down to the river card, and if it's not a queen, Bill Gaze is going to double up.
Anybody call the queen? Not looking.
Can Tony pull off the miracle card on the river? No, he does not.
Well, he needs a lucky lady, but a 3 comes up. So Bill Gaze is picking up 2 kings in the big blind, doubles up.
And that's going to be nice for the man from Miami, Bill Gaze's. We've seen him on the World Poker Tour before, season number 2 at the LA Poker Classic, where he finished 4th. The environmental activist, a poker professional. He takes down this pot. 5 still remain. We're coming back in just a moment.
We're at Foxwoods with millions at stake. Stay tuned for more on the World Poker Tour.
And Patton, we are down to 5 players. The 5th place finisher gets $345,000. The winner will take home over $2.1 million.
Action on Alan Cunningham, 28 years old, living in Vegas. He's got Jack 10 of spades this time.
Well, he's got one of those suited connectors that we all like to see flops with.
Tempting little hand. He's got some chips. He's going up.
Well, he's making it $80,000 to go with the Jack 10 offsuit.
Bill Gaze is going out. Now around to Lyle Berman with the button. He's got ace-4.
Lyle opting to fold.
A raise.
Nick Schulman with just 5-4 says raise.
He is re-raising out of the small blind position with 5 high, folks. Now this kid's just 21 years old.
Getting a little out of line here. Now Tony LaCastro looks down at 7-3 of clubs, says no way. Back on Allen. He's going to dump it.
Well, you don't want to fight the chip leader with just jack high when he re-raised you, that's for sure. So Alan Cunningham laying it down, but give credit to the youngster.
Nick Schulman, betting with nothing but testosterone, takes that pot. And just like that, his chip stack goes up to close to $3.8 million.
Well, Vince, you know, as soon as he was 21 years old, 2 days later he went and played in the Borgata event. Yeah. He's come back now. This is the second event he's played on the World Poker Tour. He's in great shape to take this title.
Don't forget the winner getting over $2.1 million, and the next person to get knocked out would get a whopping $345,000. Not bad. Action on Mr. Miami, Bill Gazes. This time he's got 8-3 of hearts. Can't play that.
Round to Lyle Berman. Lyle on the short stack. Knows he's got to make something happen. He's picked up a pair.
Oh.
2 ducks. 2 deuces. He's moving all in with them.
Yes, he does. Quickly going all in.
Well,
into Nick.
He's just hoping he doesn't run into an overpair here somewhere.
Well, Nick's got ace-5.
Well, it's a suited ace-5. It's the youngest player at the table contemplating what to do against the oldest player at the table. 43 years difference in these guys' age, Vince.
That's just amazing. The kid would love to bust out pops on this one. No, he says, no, I'm throwing away my hand.
Well, he opts to lay it down.
Tony out, Alan, so just like that. Lyle Berman.
Yep, taking down a little pot here. He's trying to get something going, Vince. Hadn't picked up many cards here today.
Well, he is a true poker visionary. Lyle Berman, tremendous poker player. He has won some of the big ones in the poker world.
Got 3 bracelets from the World Series of Poker, a member of the Poker Hall of Fame, plays in the highest stakes cash games on a regular basis, and this guy is a true poker player.
My name is Lyle Berman. I spend a great deal of time in business and a great deal of time playing poker. I play in a poker game back in Vegas where virtually everybody who's plays in it has won or made the final table. Just last week I was with him and I actually said to him, you know, I'm really embarrassed. I'm the only one sitting at this table that hasn't won or made the final table.
Mr. Lyle Berman from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So maybe that was an omen.
Good luck, sir.
Bradley Berman with 2 kings, Quan Lee with ace king.
It was between seeing my son win and me winning the tournament. I would rather see my son win.
Oh! Losing to an ace at the river.
Last year, he should have won. He took a very bad beat, as everyone knows. And this year, I'll try to play with what I call skill and daring, and we'll see what happens.
Meantime, he's been playing World Poker Tour events for 4 years, man. It's the first time he's made it to a final table. Someone was saying, well, if he comes in second place, he'll get his money back.
Action on Lyle. He has king 4. He's going to dump it. Nick quickly folding, and now it's around to Tony LaCastro with the button. He's got ace-10 in his hand.
He's got both of the 2 blinds covered in terms of chip count.
Now will all-in Tony go all-in once again?
Well, Vince, it's the only play he's made for a couple days. But look at this. He's changing gears.
Yes.
He's betting $150,000 here.
That's a relief.
That's a shock, I'm sure, to both Alan and Bill.
But Alan's got a huge hand. He's picked up big slick. Ace-king of spades. Good time for all-in, not to go all-in there.
Well, Alan's saying, is this guy trapping me? Does he really have a hand bigger than this? I can't hardly believe it.
I'm all in.
But Alan's going over the top. He says, I'm all in. Take that. Bill quickly going out.
Now all-in Tony's saying, ease. You know, I like it a lot better when I'm putting the pressure on these guys to make a decision. I hate it when they're doing it to me.
Tony LaCastro. Smart move that he didn't go all in.
Well, what he's thinking is, this is the first time I have moved all in, and yet this guy's come over the top of me.
Now, can he get away from this hand, Mike?
Is he making a move on me? Does he really have a hand? Do I really want to put all my chips in here with ace-10?
Now, we know Tony's got him covered. He's got about $1.5 million. Allen with about $1 million at the start of this.
He's making the laydown. A nice laydown there by Tony.
No calls.
And believe me, it was very nice for him that he did move all in before the flop right there, like some players would have done with ace-10, Vince.
Yeah, well, Allen would have loved that action. The nicest guy in poker.
Alan Cunningham been very effective of coming over top of the guys that have raised it so far. He's won every pot that he's done that. Just terrific power poker by Alan Cunningham.
It's good to see Alan doing so well. You know, he plays all the World Poker Tour events, taking that pot down.
Well, certainly had a hand to do it with.
Back down on the table on Bill Gazes, looks down to king 5, throws it down.
Lyle Berman looks down at blackjack. He's got ace-jack, and he's going all in with it.
And Nick with ace-king quickly calls. Lyle in a lot of trouble, and now it's on Tony LaCastro. And look at that. In the small blind, he's got a wired pair of 10s.
Wow. Tough decision for Tony right here. He caps his cards, and you can see the strain in his face.
Well, what he's thinking is Lyle's short stack. He probably has him beat. He's kind of a desperado at this point. But the quick call by Nick Schulman.
Well, he's wondering, did he call because he has a big hand, hoping more players enter the pot? Or is he just calling thinking Lyle's a desperado?
Well, we know he would be the favorite at this point if he should make this call. But you're thinking, wait a second, should I just let Nick potentially knock out the other guy and I can move up in money right here?
Well, there's $140,000 difference in 5th place and 4th place. And certainly Tony not worrying about the 5th place, but doesn't want to go out now. Has a problem. One guy's gone all in. The other guy's quickly called him, and now you pick up 2 10s here.
Lyle Berman. I mean, you can just hear the death rattle right now. He would be in a horrible. He's already in a bad place with Nick Schulman. Ace-king over his ace-jack. And now he's got another guy to contend with.
Tony agonizing over this decision. He's got a little over $1.2 million in chips. Cost him not quite half of them to make the call if he wants to make it. In tournament poker, if 2 or more players go out on the same hand, whoever starts with more chips gets the higher finishing position. In other words, they don't split the money if they both go out in this hand. In this particular case, if Lyle and Tony both went out,
He had a great hand.
Tony would get the higher finishing position because he's starting the pot with more chips.
I'm in. The water's fine.
Oh, I know. It's warm. I'm not afraid of you.
Thanks.
Mattress King contemplating this monumental decision right now. Wired pair of 10s. Will he go for it? No, he does not.
How much queens? I put you
Allen
on
quickly
queens.
going out.
Ugh.
Lyle turns up his ace-jack, and he sees the big slick he has to contend with.
Tony says I had you both beat.
Pair of 10s.
Good luck.
Well, Tony, you got to put your money in the pot, my friend. You certainly can't blame Nick for playing the ace-king or Lyle for going all in with the ace-jack because he's on the short stack. But right now, Lyle Berman, the entrepreneur, the member of the Poker Hall of Fame, in trouble here. He is dominated. He's got to get lucky to stay alive in this tournament.
The businessman close to going
Two
chapter
jacks.
11. Here's
Jack,
the
Jack.
flop.
I don't want 1 jack. I don't want to sweat. 2 jacks.
Flop comes queen 6 deuce, no help to either player. And right now, Lyle Berman has got to catch a jack or 2 running cards to make a straight. Otherwise, he's going to be calling the pilot and taking that jet out of here.
No, you don't have a spade.
Well, I have a club.
Look
No
at Nick
spades.
Schulman.
Forget it. Okay,
He
forget
is
that.
happier than Jude Law at a nanny convention.
So we don't. That doesn't
Big
help.
smile by the 21-year-old.
Back down to a jack.
Well, Tony is the one that's not happy. So far, his 2 10s will be winning this pot.
That's right.
Jack.
2 cards to come. Here's the turn. It's a 3 of spades. Lyle needs an ultimate suck out here to stick around.
Lyle Berman must catch a jack to stay alive in this tournament.
I would have became new chip leader.
Here comes the cash card, the dream card. What will it be?
Well, it's a 9 of clubs.
It's over for Lyle Berman.
So there you go. The youngest player at the table defeats the oldest player at the table and knocks him out of this tournament. Lyle Berman headed back to Minnesota on the private jet.
Lyle Berman going to the sidelines to see his son Bradley, who had a tough beat in this very tournament last year.
And right now, Brad saying to him, Pops, I got you. I finished 4th last year. You were 5th this year.
Lyle Berman picking up $345,000.
He's got piggy banks with more money in it than that.
Lyle, it took you 22 times to make it to a World Poker Tour final table. What was it like to be on this side?
Well, it was very enjoyable. I'd entered, like I said, 22 times, and this is the first time I made the final table. I made the money one other time and took a couple real bad beats, not this tournament, but in other tournaments. So I guess the cards evened out this time, and I made it.
We are down to 4 players. Stay tuned. We're coming back with more from Foxwoods in just a moment. Mike Sexton, we are down to 4 players at Foxwoods.
And right now, our chip leader is 21-year-old Nick Schulman. And Vince, he's the general, the colonel, the major. These other 3 guys, they're just privates right now.
Okay, it is on the Mattress King. Tony LaCastro looks down at King 7, offsuit. He's going to throw it away.
Alan Cunningham on the button here with King 10. is going to raise it. Comes in for $80,000.
Yes, he does.